All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to another beautiful evening. We had a great night last night talking about preparing the body. Now we're going to talk about preparing the mind. I'm super excited. And why water fast? Because it is going to heal your body. Everything else that you do is what? A band-aid. So we want to make sure that we are preparing the body and we're also preparing the mind. Tonight we're going to talk about preparing the mind. It's going to be super exciting. Please make sure that you subscribe. That way you can know when we go live. You also are going to be able to chat in the live chat. And on top of that, you will also be able to get the notification. You'll also be supporting the channel, and we appreciate it. Our goal is 1,000. We're at 48. Let's get it up. All right. So if you're already subscribed, congratulations. Thank you so much. And the other thing that I want to do is if somebody could put 1 in the chat just to let me know that you can hear me. I would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for doing so. The other thing is tonight what we're going to do. Welcome, Senart. You've been here for these. You've been here a lot, but you've been here for these, so that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying these so much. So before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and kick in the disclaimer, and then from there we will get started. I'll be right back.
Disclaimer. The information contained in this video is intended as an information resource only and is not to be used or relied upon for any diagnostic or treatment purposes. The video's information does not create any patient-physician relationship. Dawid Yisrael makes no representations about the accuracy or suitability of this content, as scientific and medical information updates and changes daily as more substantial information is discovered. Dawid Yisrael and any business associated during this video shall not in any event be liable for any direct or indirect damages, losses, injuries, or liability whatsoever suffered as a result of your use or misuse of this video's content. Use of this video is at the viewer's sole risk.
Hello, my name is Liana, and I have really enjoyed this class. I just found out that you can live without eating. Yeah. That is the bomb. You know, the money I spend on food. So that's my goal. I want to be able to live without eating.
Yeah. All right. So we're back after that. Outstanding. So yes, we definitely want to do that, right? So the key thing is, we're moving into water fast. Before we get started, of course, I want to do my signature. I haven't taken it yet today, so I'm going to go ahead and take my balance oil. Delicious. It works every time. Right? Just making sure I stay in balance. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm going to do my 4 months again just to make sure. But it works great. All right, so do we have any questions from last class before we get started? Any questions? You can put them in the chat, right? Because this is going to be a very good evening, because this is where a lot of people get stuck, is in the mental preparation. So we dealt with the preparation of the body yesterday, right? Today we're going to deal with the preparation of the mind. Because the mind preparation is the key ingredient. This is what stops so many people from fasting. This is what stops so many people from even when it comes to, forget just the fasting itself, but when it comes to the actual thought process of changing their diet or their living or anything that they're going to do. And so I want to deal with that intensely, but I want to make sure there are no questions from last night's class, day 2, preparing the body. Does anybody have any questions from that class? All right, it doesn't look like it. If it does, you go just drop them in there. But oh, that's your struggle, all mental. I know. And here's the craziest thing. I'm going to tell you something that I've found dealing with or working with many clients now, and that is that the men, it's easier for them. I won't say they're more apt to do it. Let me say it that way. Especially when it comes to the water fast and all of that and changing their diet, the men it's a lot easier, or they'll do it. They're more apt to do it than women. Women are always afraid. That's the greatest thing about the woman. Her fear, the way, I don't know if it's been through the society. I think it is, but I don't know if it's natural or the way that you're trained through this society. But either which way, is a great fear with doing, with change. There's a great fear when it comes to change. And I don't know if that's because men are designed to push forward, to make change and make things happen, and make it, right? Or, I know that for a fact, because it has to forge forward. So when that happens, men do that, I guess, regularly, right? So but for a woman, it's a big deal when it comes to doing that change. Now, this is the clients that I've dealt with. However, when I did my water fast, let me do the ratio of men to women. It was almost equal. It was almost equal with men and women. So you're going to have to get the mindset to do it. You have to make the choice. And I'm going to talk about difference between choices and decisions in this class as well, because that's a major part of change. Okay? So you're changing your life. There's many things that are taking place when you begin to change your life. Okay? So when you do a water fast, remember we talked about allowing spirit into the body. We dealt with that deeply yesterday. So when you're making a major change, right? Or you're allowing a lot of spirit into the body, you're going to go through a consciousness level change. Now, this change is scary in itself. I told you, the greatest thing that most people are afraid of is themselves. That's what they're scared of more than anything. So the water fast is cleansing you out, allowing you to ascend to another level of consciousness, right? Now, what is the difference? Most people like to make decisions. Why? Because decisions allow you to stay in your comfort zone. What is a comfort zone? This is the area that you're used to being in. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be, I like to go to the movies. I like to do this. I like to do that. I go to school every day. I come home. I go to school every day. I come home. I go to work every day. I come home. I do help my children with their homework, do this, and that. That's your comfort zone. This is a place where you're comfortable. I don't care if it's negative. It can be negative. I've seen people who will be like, they're in a negative situation. Their father's cussing them out, their mother's cussing them out, or their husband or wife is tripping, or this and that. It's crazy. It can be crazy, whatever it is. But it's negative, but they're comfortable in that space. This is a space that they are comfortable living in. And because they're comfortable living in it, they will take the abuse because they're afraid of what happiness, freedom, no abuse looks like. They're afraid of that because it's different. It's not their comfort zone. Their comfort zone is being cussed out every day. Their comfort zone is being abused on a regular basis. That's their comfort zone. So a lot of times you ask people, well, why do they keep going back to that? Or why do they consider this person their friend? Why do they do? Because that's their they've created a comfort zone around it, and they know what's going to happen. I know when I wake up and I go over here that my husband's going to smack me. I know when I go here and do this that my mother's going to cuss me out. I know that when I go do this, my father's going to do this to me or that to me. I know when I come do this, I know this negative thing is going to happen. When I go to these set of friends, they're going to put me down all day. They know that. They're comfortable there. Right? Now you can have another comfort zone. I know when I go to school that everything is set up the way that I like it. I'm going to do this, da 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 da. I know when I go to my job, everybody appreciates the things that I'm doing. It's no fear because I'm not trying something new. I'm good at what I do. That's your comfort zone. That can be that side of a comfort zone. So when it comes to eating, you have a comfort zone that you're in. You've created a comfort zone. I'm comfortable eating this, and this. I know what's going to happen when I eat it. There's not going to be any surprises. I might get sick. I might throw up, but I'm used to that. I'm used to having acid reflux. I'm used to having diabetes. I'm comfortable with my high blood pressure. You're in a comfort zone. You've created a comfort zone around pain and disease. Right? This is where the fear comes in because you're now going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. You don't know what's going to happen when you do a 21-day water fast because you've never done it. Right? So decisions keep you in what you're already comfortable with. Decide, right? Means you're gonna choose one thing, and side is always kill the other. But you've already done them before. Am I gonna go to the park today, or am I gonna go to the movies? Am I gonna go to this grocery store today, or am I gonna do that? Those are regular day-to-day activities that you have created now where you are comfortable. This is never going to change your life. So if you're looking for a change, you have to do something that you've never done before so you can have what you've never had before. This is the key to the game. You have to do something that you've never done before so you can have what you've never had before. Right? This is key. So if you're not well in what you're eating right now, the only way you will continue doing what you're doing is if you're what? I want to see if anybody knows the answer to that. If you're not well right now, the only way that you will continue eating and doing what it is that you're doing is if you were what? Right. Mentally ill, or what they call insane. Insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. So if I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results, then I'm never going to grow. Why? Because doing the same thing over and over again will keep you where you are. That's why, what do I tell you in the creation series? That everything that is happening, everything that will happen, and everything that has happened to you is a figment of your imagination. Your actions today are going to create the reality for tomorrow. So if I know this and I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, I'm going to create the exact same reality that I've already been in. But this is your comfort zone. So now to step out of that, you have to make choices. Choices are the things that you're afraid to do. This is what changes your life, right? So, getting married. If you've never been married before, that is a choice. That's not a decision. You ain't just saying, am I going to get married today or am I going to go to the movies today? No, 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 no. You're not thinking that. Now you're making a choice. This is going to change the trajectory of your life. Right? That's a choice. Bungee jumping. If I never went bungee jumping before and I jump and I go do that, that is a choice. I'm going to get something out of that experience that I've never gotten before that's going to make a change in my life. You understand what I'm saying? These are choices. Water fasting for a long-term supervised water fast for many people is a choice. You've never done it before. So now you have to make the choice to do it. Change something is simple. Let me tell you something. I've had people run for, do you understand? When they don't answer their phone because they're afraid to make change. And I don't force people to make changes. I let them choose the things that they want to do. I don't force anyone because it's your health journey, not mine. Even them running is their health journey. I don't keep calling them and bothering them and this and that. I don't do that. I do not do that. Everybody's on their health journey where they need to be. They'll call me when it's time. You can only show up in my space because you want me there. I'm only going to show up in your space because you want me there. That's the only reason. I do not force myself on anyone. I'm only looking for the right people that are looking for me and can recognize it, which I'll be dealing with tomorrow in the creation series when I'm dealing with opportunity. That's the only people I'm looking for. Those who are showing up in my space because they're supposed to be there. So your mind has to be mentally prepared, right? So if you're not prepared, then what's going to happen? If you're not prepared, you're going to end up in a situation where now you are running from your better life. And this is what most people do. They're running from their better life. They're running from their future because they're stuck in their comfort zone making decisions all day instead of choices. Like I said, stop making decisions and start making choices and watch your life change. Choices are always going to be uncomfortable until you get used to it. Once you get used to it, it's not as bad. But people won't, like, if I take something as simple as moving from a meat-based diet to a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet for some people, they are so stuck in their comfort zone and they're so afraid to do it. But here's why. There's many things when you're dealing with food that you're afraid of. So pay very close attention to what I'm going to say right now. So the first thing is, remember, with every diet to live it change, there's a new frame of consciousness. Subconsciously, your id knows that you are going to lose friends. Or you're not really going to lose them. They're just going to fall off because you're elevating. They can't be in your space because they can't appear in your space vibrating at that level. So the friends that, quote unquote, friends that you have, and they could be real friends that you have are going to fall off. That's the first fear. That's fear number one. Fear number two is you have memories attached to these foods. You have things deeply ingrained in your id, right? In your body, in your emotions, and your spirit that are attached to these foods. So you have to let that go. That's a great fear. Right? That is an outstanding, that's a deep fear, I mean. That's a deep, deep, deep rooted fear. And you got to release it. You got to release all that. Now when it comes to water fasting, right? You're going to be cleaning out all of this garbage. Now, let me ask you this. Right now I'm aware of 3 brains in your body. What are the 3 brains in your body? Where do they live? And if you can't text, please subscribe because it's a subscribers only chat. So make sure that you subscribe to be able to chat. I'm asking a question. Please, someone answer. Again, I'm gonna ask again. What is the What did I just ask y'all? Hold on. Oh man, I just gapped it. Hold on, it'll come back to me. Oh yeah. 3 brains. What are the 3 brains? Good, thank you. Head, heart, and gut. Perfect. That is the correct answer, Sinart. Your head is a brain. Your heart is the main brain. And they've just proven that it has synapses, right? Or synapse. So that's the heart and the gut. Correct. Now, when we do the water fast, so let's look at the gut. Because when we do the water fast, we're going to cleanse the gut, the colon, the small intestine, the gut. We're going to cleanse it. Now, do you think the negative bacteria in your body want you to cleanse that out? What's quote unquote negative? It's not negative. But do you think that they want you to do that? So your gut is where your butterflies come in, that fear, right? The butterflies come in the gut area, correct? Yes. When you're afraid of something, when something comes up and you're about to be afraid, notice you get butterflies in your gut. So now you have the gut bacteria, remember, that can control your brain. Your eating habits, the thing, when you go in the store and you like, I want that, that's not you speaking, that's your gut speaking. That's your gut bacteria, literally sending messages to your brain saying they want that. So to maintain the environment, though it's negative for your body, but the environment that they need to live, when you start thinking about, I want to change, I want to eat this way, I'm going to do right, your gut bacteria is saying, no, you don't. And they're sending that feeling of fear to you. So you're afraid to make the change. So we have to that's why the preparing the body is so important. Because we have to get your gut bacteria, gut microbiome in alignment with what you're doing. You need the right gut microbiome in order for you to be able to produce or make that change that you're looking for. It's important. So your mind, though, you have to get to the concept of this is good for you. You have to learn how to leap over the fear. Right? Those butterflies in your stomach that your gut is creating. Because it's trying to keep that environment for them to survive. Right? So this is major. It's a big thing, right? So you have to get your mind prepared. It has to be ready. It has to be in a situation where it can really, prosper. And so this is why this is why we in 3 phase. What? Exercise. Then we got what? Meditation. And then what? Eating. Right? Physical, mental, spiritual. All wrapped. Because you have to get your mind in the state of clarity so you can make the proper choices. You can start making choices instead of decisions. And this is going to make a major change. Do we have any questions on anything? So preparing the body is going to greatly help you be able to do what? Prepare the mind. Now the mind can be clear. It can make proper choices. But that gut is going to get you to think, to make decisions, to keep it the environment that it wants. Now, when you get the right gut microbiome, it's going to want to fast. It's going to want to get rid of the negative environment because that environment is not conducive for its health. The environment that's good for you is conducive to the proper bacteria being in the body. That environment is perfect. So you are now working in conjunction with your gut microbiome, and you all are symbiont beings working on the behalf of what? Your best interest. Then it's going to say, yeah, get them out of here. Yes, we need to do a water fast. Let's go do it. That's how I feel, because that's why I'm about to go do a 42-day one. Why? Because it's that real. It's that serious. For me, like, I mean, I know my body tell me, hey, you need to, we got to go get deeper now. Time for phase 2. I'm excited. But most people be like, I don't know, I can't do 3 days. I can't do 7 days. Shoot, I'm about to do 42. And I'm excited I'm looking forward to it. I say different mindset. And this is where you have to get. But you have to get to the other side of health. Now, what's the next fear? Is that that the pain and things that you have to go through to get to the other side, right? Because you don't know what's going to show up. You don't. But you have to go through it. And this is where women, to me, have the biggest problem. Because as soon as pain comes up, they're running to the doctor, they're running to the hospital, and that's the biggest error they could make. That's one of the greatest errors you can make. Because now you're about to stop the healing. And that's where the killer comes. That's where all the problems show up. The problems show up through your healing. I mean, by stopping the healing. Right? So when I dealt with the cancer, I think the cancer video, it was either a cancer video or the mitochondria part 2 and 3. I deal with that. It's one of them two. But those, I'm saying, but when you do that, that's where the problem shows up. Because when you stop that healing, then it's on. That disease is going running rampant. When you stop those symptoms, that disease is having a blast. So we got to get it out of there. And when you get it out, that's why we're going to do the body preparation first. Get the perfect health packages. That's going to be able to help you walk all the way through the process where you're going to have the least amount of pain that is necessary. But ain't no way. What you did to the body was so disrespectful. You got to pay for it. There's no way around that. So again, do we have any questions on anything I've said today? Do we have any questions on anything I've said? I'm gonna give you a couple minutes. If not, we're gonna close out. We didn't need to be long, but we got a lot. We got a lot in that. What I said. There was a lot to what I said. Working on your fears. That's good. That's good. Hopefully, you got something out of this today. So you have to clear your mind. That clearing meditation. And if you haven't done it, get on our Patreon.com. I think you have to be at the Getting High with Dawid level to get the clearing meditation. But that modality does wonders. That modality does wonders. Clearing meditation does wonders. Because it's deep in you. So now you do the clearing meditation. You're going to do the body meditation, clear the body. And then you should be looking forward to it. I don't know there's nothing to be afraid of, really. It's just doing it. That's going to be the key. Ain't nothing really to be afraid of. It's just doing it. All right. So with that, if we don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and I will see you all tomorrow for the creation series, same time, 7 p.m. We'll be dealing with opportunity. All right, for those of you that are following along with the creation series. So with that, I will see you all at the top of your health journey. Peace.
For the rest of this video and more videos like these, you can join us at patreon.com/health class. Again, that's patreon.com/health class. And join one of our paid tiers. Any of them will do. And you join one of those tiers, you can watch the rest of these videos, as well as all the other videos that I produced, including my former health classes, which is 4 to 8 hours of information that can help you on your health journey to the top. All right. So I look forward to sharing that adventure with you. I look forward to seeing you at the top of your health journey. Peace.